Star is dead. Arteezy the juice. And
now they just let it go. All over Derby. This could be it. There's no one left. They're all dead. It's done. It's done. EG are your champions.
Arteezy. Get a failure. The denied from the Wolves. Oh, Artour. What a player. Couple more hours. Can he finish off Arteezy? BKB activated, but he's chunking him down. And oh, the fight. It's a rampage.
This player made his debut Dota with the bang for standing in for a player by the name of Bone7 at the request of Speed Gaming, where he not only helped the team win at MLG Columbus, but also he showed how good he was playing against Dandy, Mushi, and S4. His name is Arteezy. Now wait a minute. What would happen if Arteezy never won MLG Columbus with Speed Gaming? What would happen if he never substituted Bone7? I got you guys thinking, right? Anyways, let's get on with the juicy part of this video. Before the success, what truly happens to Artour? How does he become so famous? This is the story of Arteezy Part 2, presented by Crystalis Dota.
Welcome to our world.
Artour Arteezy Babaev was born on July 1st, 1996 in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, but he grew up in Canada. His father worked extremely hard to bring Arteezy over to Canada. Although Arteezy's story may sound so optimistic and positive, the truth of the matter is, it's not all like that. There is another dark side to Arteezy's past. In fact, in this short clip, one can see how Arteezy's father sacrificed his body and soul to provide food on the table.
I remember my mom telling me a story. She was like, there were times where my dad wouldn't eat anything just so we would have enough money for me to eat something. So like my dad would basically starve himself so I would get some food.
Artour, when he was a child, did not have much. So now, imagine yourself in that situation. How would you feel if your father starved himself to feed you? But enough of that mushy stuff. Let's get on with the rest of the story. And let's try to smile a bit as we listen to the video. After immigrating here, Arteezy attends school and begins his video gaming life. He first started playing StarCraft 2 and then moved on to Dota. Eventually, Arteezy gained tremendous following from his Twitch, Dota, because of his influential comments and his drastic rise in the MMR leaderboards. He was either heavily favored or heavily disliked, but despite it all added to his fame. Players like Bulba even praised, saying other players would get better simply watching his stream. Then Artour has a big dilemma. This was the problem with his family. Arteezy at first was not sure if he should go pro. His family did not agree and thought he was not serious. Even his brother was a little wary.
Expecting me to drop out of high school or even like stop going to school, university, stuff like that. They never thought I was going to reach that point. They never realized that you could travel across the world, play LANs.
When Artour said that he was leaving our home to go to another place by himself, my parents didn't really understand what that meant. They thought he was joking. And then all of a sudden he starts packing up his stuff and my parents couldn't believe that this was actually happening. I kind of explained to them that they should not really...
After convincing his family due to the nature and strong will of Arteezy, he was able to finally fly out and participate in his first LAN tournament. Because of this big decision, Arteezy became who he is today. As time passes, And as more Dota games are played by Artour, his fame only goes beyond one's imagination.
Now, basically now everyone knows about my Dota stuff. Everybody knows, all the girls. And sometimes when I'm like eating, they call me hGOT. It's really weird.
They call you hOlyhexOr?
Really weird.
However, his ego and vocal stubbornness leads to problems as well as benefits. His mother even points it out before it all began. Here's a little clip of what she says.
I think he had ego growing up. I cannot say if it's good or bad. In some circumstances, I think it's very good. Maybe because of that, he's very persistent and stubborn.
Artour, although has a lot of growing to do, he continues to shine. Today, on 2017, as of the end of November, Arteezy plays for Evil Geniuses with Sumail, Universe, Fear, and Crit. According to Artour, there was tension with PPD, and because of that, it caused him to leave initially.
I mean, there's definitely a lot of personal beef. I think myself and Artour have always had some clashing heads, just because we have two very strong personalities. Artour believes in his way to play Dota, and I believed in my way to play Dota.
He was like, I don't know how to word this, but I guess it's like he was like always open to discussion, but mostly he trusted himself, and we would just play along with.
Now, PPD has moved on to management roles, and thus Arteezy has returned to Evil Geniuses. Artour has yet to prove himself in the biggest stage known as the International.
I want to win a TI. That's all I'm thinking about.
However, his professional career is now cemented and ingrained into the hearts of all Dota fans forever. Artour is the most famous Dota 2 carry in history. His Shadow Fiend, Life Stealer, and Anti-Mage picks remain on a class of their own. Although he continues to show strong remarks and problems with his ego, he is learning to cope with these issues.
Oh, I'm an ulti, dude. Watch this. Oh my! I didn't have, dude. I was ulting, you asshole. I just like fucked up my cast.
And he is learning to make his ego issues into a complementary factor. Like all great players, a little bit of a strong will is needed, but that will must be harnessed and controlled so it does not inflict the team. Today, EG continued to participate in multiple tournaments with Arteezy leading the squad. However, a TI win remains to be a big goal for Artour. Whether you hate him or you love him, everyone in Dota now have grown accustomed to his controversial comments and his Dota style. He is a true mega superstar of Dota, and that is something no one can take from him. This was the story of Arteezy, Babaev. Make sure you subscribe to Crystalis Dota for more player profiles. If you guys like what I do, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I promise to put out more videos just like this. Until next time, this is Crystal's Dota.